Dice Paper Roll acknowledges the traditional custodians of this land, and we pay our respects to elders past, present, and future, for they hold the songlines, the stories, the traditions, the culture, and the hopes of First Nations Australia. We also acknowledge and pay our respect to the traditional custodians of the lands on which we work, including the Wurundjeri and Bunurong people of the Kulin Nation. This land is, was, and always will be traditional First Nations country.
The head of King Gullop the 19th was still singed when it was placed upon the royal frog wall. It is an honour for all monarchs of the Soggy Court to have their head placed upon the wall. Gullop had been a ruler for just over 5 days, and by downfall standards, that was pretty much an eternity. It must be said he was pretty average as a ruler, more or less fulfilled the task of courtly intrigue, basically did nothing, and probably would have been consigned to the history books as just another king. But many in the Soggy Court now contend his demise was pretty spectacular and visceral to boot. One of, if not the best king death yet. Gullop, upon learning this, had pretty much entirely staked his claim on it. When one takes the throne of the Soggy Court, one merely hopes, nay, dreams they will be remembered, and Gullop had certainly achieved that. When you look upon the frog wall, and you squint just a bit, the generations of rulers appear to form into letters. Letters that form into words. Words that read, Dice Paper Roll into the Feywild.
Well, hello there, good people, and welcome to Dice Paper Roll into the Feywild, episode number 17. I was just, you're waking there. Hello, hup, hup. Is this thing on? Edit point. You're not going to edit that at all, Benny. You're going to let me hang. That's fine.
I might just take all of those sounds and like slow them down and do the pitch so it goes longer. I think.
Make it an even worse of a mistake. Yes, please. That's that would be fantastic. We are so into the Feywild right now, people. This is episode 17, and there's much a foot and a leg and an arm and a head. Right? So, see, a head. Lost.
Just like the intro.
I lost you already. My name is Lauren Bach, if you're nasty, and I am playing Kevin Strangeways, who is a human artificer, who is a boy, who's trapped in the body of a man, and who is also a son. Which is very new information that we are still struggling with because I don't think that there's a lot of D&D lore around cognitive behavior therapy. There probably could be more. I'm not sure if there's a spell for that. But
there's probably a homebrew source book.
A homebrew source book.
Yeah, you can probably get something on DM.
Yeah. I cast journaling and being honest and using I statements.
Based on playing Baldur's Gate, now I think you probably receive like a negative debuff to like your, I don't know, general constitution, just because like
I'll be doing the hosting. Thanks, Jack. Love that. Love that contribution. I volunteered myself. Don't really give a fuck about Baldur's Gate. Okay. Danny, who are you playing?
Oh my
Get
god.
off
No
this
son
podcast.
of mine will say that about Baldur's Gate 3. I am Dan Last, and I am playing Sir Walter Winston Winklepicker III. Was a human, now a frog, and now a father. Oh my god, I'm so fucking proud. You want to know how to work through this cognitively? We do it together.
Ah,
I teach you how to smoke. Give you your first glass of scotch. You know, just guy stuff. It's gonna be great. Yes, I'm Sir Walter Winston Winklepicker III. Frogman was trying to be king of the swamp lands.
The Soggy Court.
There we go. The swamp court. Close.
Soggy Court.
Soggy
Soggy
Court.
Not
Court.
even.
Still off.
yeah, getting closer. Getting warm. Boiling hot.
But was trying to be the king. Thought I was going to make it. Now, a little bit intimidated by my friend, Greg.
Yes, that's me, Greg the Intimidating. That's how I'm often described.
Very tall.
Very tall and looming, lots of looming. I'm playing Doelene Delacroix. She is a Harangan wizard and suddenly finds herself in quite a regal position as queen of the Soggy Court, I believe. Allow me to introduce myself. Allow me to introduce another of my subjects, Ben.
Hey, he's
Yes.
mine.
Oh gosh. My name is Ben, and I play Unit. Unit is a warforged robot, a fighter. Are we level 4 now? Level 4, maybe level 5.
Yeah.
I can't
Level
remember.
Level 5.
And there've been many things in their life: coffee table, whack-a-mole machine, ticket inspector, protector of Kevin Strangeways, and who knows, maybe now they'll play the role of a royal chariot. We can only wait and see. Jack.
Well, you've been a car before, so you're already going to start.
Yeah, but not a royal car.
Yes, hello. Jack, the dungeon master. I'll be playing everyone else. Yeah. So you're welcome.
Thanks,
Jack's
Jack.
still recovering from that burn from Lauren earlier. It's all right.
Applying
Jack.
Sorry to
the
take
ball.
it did not mean to take the wind out of the sails of the dungeon master. But
That may come
also,
back to bite you, Lauren.
I think
Yeah.
it might just do.
Yeah. If only I had rolled better on my charisma throw, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, we'll kick into it. Previously on Dice Paper Roll into the Feywild, the party, Doelene Delacroix, a hare, Walter Winston Winklepicker III, a frogman, Kevin Strangeways, a man-sized boy, and Unit, a robot ticket machine, or whack-a-mole machine, found themselves in the swamps of the Feywild. And while some had expected fairy tales and revelry, the Feywild had other ideas. Arriving in the kingdom of Downfall, on the many-legged inn at the end of the road, our party was greeted with a wall of bullywog monarchs, well, their froggy heads, who were all of them prattling about their rule in the Soggy Court. Before long, the party encountered a scarecrow named Clapperclaw, who had misplaced their head and was currently sporting a gourd as a replacement. They promised to provide safe passage in exchange for the return of their actual head. And, moving along, the party were escorted to the Soggy Court, wherein, to cut a long story short, Doelene committed regicide, becoming herself the queen of the soggy court. And music.
Change the courtly music. Change it, minstrels.
Yes, Your Majesty, and unit changes the soundtrack playing in their stereo.
Is that too loud? I can make it
It's
softer.
a little loud.
They turn it up. They turn it down too much. They turn it up. They
And then
accidentally
they
skip
turn it
songs when
off.
it gets to the good bit. Sorry, Your Majesty, I'm just quite nervous around you all of a sudden for some reason.
Unit, you are ruining the ambiance here.
Another great.
Get a grip on your volume knob, sir.
Walter goes up and slaps it, Unit in the face. Pull yourself together in front of the queen.
Unit takes the slap.
19. You
Oh,
definitely take that slap, buddy.
Oof.
Yeah, does it do any damage? Subdual?
What's that, a D4? Oh no, that would just be my strength. -1.
I will
Is
thank
that
you.
is that your human strength or is that your frog strength?
My very limp,
Wet, mucusy.
amphibious limb
Surprisingly soft.
slaps wetly across your metallic face, and it actually does damage to myself.
Unit starts laughing uncontrollably.
Okay.
Doelene, I don't want to be like a bad guy or anything, but like, don't all of the kings and queens like die? Like, why did you do that? Why did you become queen? You just put a real target on your back, yeah?
Well, I am getting real tired, Kevin, of tiptoeing around and taking our time. And we have things to do. Time is pressing here. Now, is everyone, are all the people in the court bullywugs? Or bullywugs?
Bullywugs, I can't. It's an awkward word.
It's a weird.
It
a little
feels
awkward.
very close to a word that I don't really want to say.
Yeah.
And I'm
They're
hoping that
bullies.
it's not.
Bullies.
Yeah.
That's
Bullies is
that,
good.
Is that good? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Bully
good.
frogs.
Now, my bully subjects here, I need one of you to be of assistance. Are there any nearby?
Yeah, heaps.
I am looking.
Hello.
Who are you, bully?
I am Grumple Green Baron.
Fuck me, that's a good name.
Yeah, you didn't seem very sure of it, but now that it's out there, it's very good.
Are you
really
actually
nice.
a
Grumple
baron?
Green Baron.
Are you
Really
actually a,
rolls off the tongue.
Grumpy Green
Grumple.
Baron, I love it.
Are
It
you
rolls
actually
off the tongue.
Are you actually a baron?
It's actually just part of my name.
Fun.
Now, Grumple, do you know an Agden long scarf?
No?
Shit. Okay. Fuck. Well, fuck.
Maybe if we
All
just
right.
start yelling their name out loud, and then maybe someone will know.
Excellent.
Agden. Am I saying it right? Agden.
I don't know. It's kind of like bullywug.
Clapperclaw is at the court, and they sort of sidle up and say like,
Agden.
I did tell you just not that long ago. Agden's not in Downfall. He's elsewhere, like not here at all.
Well, where then?
In another episode.
Okay.
Oh.
Distant in both space and time. I
That's right.
understand. Clapperclaw.
And Kevin Strangerage is
As
still
a-
just like walking around, is yelling in all the bullies' faces. Agden, are you Agden? Agden, ooh, canapes. Because I assume they're in
Yes,
a
take
soggy
as
court.
many as you would like, sir.
So I really can't remember the last time we had a decent meal. And grabs a napkin and goes for it. All
Oh,
the
yeah.
soggy delicacies.
I don't know. Roll a d20.
Okay. I really hope none of you are like poison or something then. What's that for? It's a 1.
A 1?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh no, my
I
boy.
hope it wasn't the same.
The next few days, Kevin spent in the infirmary because of a deep bout of food poisoning.
Does anyone else have the little cupcakes with the green icing, or is that just me?
With the,
I did, but I've got the whole like frog stomach, so we kind of are able to digest that sort of stuff a bit better. Sorry about that.
No, I just been eating my scroggin.
Does that mean that somebody was trying to kill the queen and you happened to eat the food destined for her?
Well, considering how long I'd been on the throne, it was probably more that they were after Gallop, the
Quite
19th,
possibly.
my predecessor,
yeah.
from whom I received my divine right to rule through lightning in a lightning-based transaction.
Dolene's reign, while still new, had, it must be said, lasted longer than most of the Soggy Court's other monarchs. Several days having passed now, without so much of an attempt on her life, well, that we are aware of. The Bullywogs were fairly impressed by this, as most of their leaders lasted little more than a few hours. Fortunately for the Society of Downfall, this did not pose much of a problem. A town this small more or less runs itself, and so between you and me, the court itself was mostly just a bit of fun. That really kept everyone invested in the day-to-day politicking of life in Downfall. And the Bullywogs loved a bit of gossip. Perhaps the reason behind this relative stability is that Doelene had brought rested squarely in her fairly remarkable transformation. As the days pass, you all witness as Doelene sort of sits in the throne, bits of her fur starts to fall away, and on the first day, some courtiers actually have to come out and like sweep up the fur and push it off to the side. And then on the second day, Doelene, you start to feel a sort of insatiable thirst for pickled products.
Do y'all feel like some sauerkraut right now? Anybody?
Not overly.
Anybody keen
Not
for a hot
particularly,
dog?
Your Majesty, but
Am I out of the infirmary or am I with everyone?
Yeah, now you're out of the infirmary.
Okay, great. They're all at my bedside visiting.
I brought you this
Thanks for
container
coming
of
to see me.
sauerkraut.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what my stomach needs. Is more acid.
I brought bratwurst. It goes really well together.
It's great for your biome.
It's great for a very recovering tummy.
And a
does
pint
anyone
of
just
beer.
have some dry toast and maybe a post-mixed Coke? Anyone?
Oh.
Nurse? Nurse?
Oh, yes, here you are.
Oh,
Here's your
this
post-mix.
hospital is great. You just get anything. The
just-
service is amazing.
They're just a post-mix dispenser on the wall with like 6 different.
Fill your own.
Yeah.
Just get it out of fucking Unit's chest.
Medicine in the Feywild's not
Walter,
so good.
So Walter Winston Winklepicker III, I will thank you to stop touching me
Oh,
without consent.
Sorry.
Otherwise, I'm afraid I'm going to have to put you in your place. They stare at you.
Oh. Okay.
Please, can we
sorry
not
about
pick
that.
fights when we're in the hospital, okay?
Yes, I don't want to.
I want my hospital friends to think that I'm cool. Like Gubduk Blue Ball over there. He's having gallbladder surgery, and
I have 6 gallbladders. I'm a frog bat.
Yes,
And then
I was just joking, Kevin. I wouldn't want your friend Gubduk Blue Balls to think you were not a cool child.
Blue balls. I don't
When-
know how many times I need to
correct you.
Sorry.
Gloop, doop, blue balls.
Yes, that's what I said. We were just joking, weren't we, Sir Walter
We've
Winston
been in here for
Winklepicker
3
the
days.
Third?
3
And I-
days.
Put my arm around Walter and a big robot-y grin spreads across my steel face.
Yes. We're good friends. Good friends. Yes. Sorry.
Doelene, you look a
Unit?
little patchy. Is something happening to you?
Doelene takes the jug of sauerkraut away from her mouth where she's been drinking it. No, nothing. No, I'm fine. Perhaps it's just the pressures of ruling and trying to get these bullywugs to find out about Bavlorna, where she might be.
Yes.
You're undercover. Yeah.
Over the next few days, you're all sort of out of the hospital now. You're back in the court, but Dolene's condition has kind of worsened, but she's grown in size. Like her body mass is almost doubled in size. She sits on the chaise lounge at the center of the soggy court, fur sort of barely clinging to her, like it's all ratty. And now you can see that there's little bits of green underneath, like her skin beneath the fur is turning green.
I've heard some people whispering around the court, calling her Queen Doelene the Green.
Yeah, guys, I don't know how to say
Just
this.
factual.
Is she kind of turning into a? Is she kind of turning into a frog and stuff? Everyone's seeing what I'm seeing, right?
I'm not
Like,
sure,
this
Kevin. Is she actually turning into a frog?
Well-
Has anyone looked at the texture of her skin?
Can I-
Walter's standing next to Doelene with a platter of sauerkraut and feeding it to her. And he has a look at her skin to see if it's starting to look more amphibious.
It is not. You can see very clearly. You don't even need to like it. You don't need to.
Pretty
do an
good because
investigation.
I rolled a 1. So yep, nope.
What does it look like, Jack, when we look at it?
It's
Does it remind us of anything?
It's if you had to put your finger on it, it probably looks a little bit like a pickle. It looks like the skin of a pickle. And
You're
I
firming
can't
up.
believe you haven't found Bavlorna for me yet. Get out of here, you stupid bullywugs.
they're sort of scattering. The mood over the last few days has started to get very uncomfortable in the court. There's fewer and fewer people, but also Dolene's kind of intimidating compared to other monarchs that have been at the soggy court. And so there's not a huge amount of like resistance to Dolene's mood until one day the door, well, they're not, it's a gazebo as previously established. Through the mists, a figure appears. They're
Bullywugs, place a door upon my gazebo immediately.
Yes, right away, Queen, right away. And they build like a vine tendril kind of curtain thing.
oh yeah, it's like beaded.
Yeah,
The beaded curtain.
the beaded curtain. Is this good for you, my queen? It's beaded.
I specifically said bearded. Bearded curtain.
Oh, very well, very well. We don't really grow any hair here, though. Sorry.
I guess
that's
it will
very
do
awkward.
then. I guess it will do.
Through the mists comes a figure. They're about as wide as they are tall. They're and they're dressed in like their finest attire. Around their body is like this black dress, but it's muddy. Like everything about this person is muddy, earthy. There's moss growing all over them, And behind them, draped, is a cloak that's dragging along the ground behind them, and mushrooms and mosses grow from it. And on their head is a hat that's really pointed, and skeletons of dead animals and bits of stuff sort of decoratively placed around it. It's almost elegant. It's grotesque, but it's almost elegant. And this figure wades through and comes through the court, and they get to the beads and part them, and sort of like Aragorn, you push the beads aside, and it's like...
Oh, they're going to be tangled for ages.
Get this fucking...
It gets caught in their bones. Shit. The moss and...
Clotheslines them.
Just yoinks him back by the neck. It's like, ugh.
Who comes before the Queen Delacroix of the Soggy Court? Speak your name.
Hello. My name is Bavlorna Blightstraw.
Oh, fuck.
I've come to see the new queen, Doelene Delacroix.
That's Her Majesty Doelene Delacroix to you, Bavlorna.
Of course, of course.
Kevin Strangeways just pops his hand, slides his hand to his pocket, and grips his little trusty screwdriver in case there is any trouble.
Bavlorna, I see you finally decided to grace this court with your presence.
I'm so pleased that you figured out my name.
I did.
Bavlorna. You may call me Bav or Lorna, whatever you so choose.
Fuck, I wish that had been at the start.
I know that would have saved us a lot of effort.
Can
A
we
lot of
just keep
minutes.
calling you Pavlova? That would also be easier.
No.
It's kind of canon. Just saying.
You can't change the name of...
Does she say that?
No, this is the narrator.
Oh my god, Jack's talking about himself in the third person now.
I have come to grace you all with my presence. I was not so fond of the previous Gullop. He was useless. I mean, everyone is useless, and I really do come here just to have a bit of fun, don't I? But, I was wondering if we could talk a little bit about an agenda for our town. I'm just up the way in the tower, in the mists. How are things going about the town?
I think you're mistaken when you say our town, because this town belongs to the Queen Delacroix.
Yes, of course.
Oh, you agree? Oh, good. Okay, we're in agreement. Cool. Okay.
Yes, of course, she owns Downfall, but I own Hither.
Yeah.
All of it, and everything within it. So, in a sense, yes, this microcosm you have a little bit of sway over, but I own the whole of this place. Anyway, I thought maybe we could talk about the first agenda item, taxes.
Yes,
And how I
Another
need to
taxing
be
episode.
receiving them.
Amazing.
I've instituted a resource rent tax, capital gains tax, land tax.
Good.
I've actually moved. How long do you want me to talk on this for?
A fly tax. You have no idea how many flies we go through in this town. And let me tell you, there's a lot of money to be made in flies.
You wouldn't believe how many taxes I put in only 6 days.
Well,
Okay.
everyone's got to do something with the time they've got on this court, don't they? The second thing is, I've misplaced a book. It's called Bavlorna's Big Book of Bad Blood. and I was wondering if you could bring it back to me in my tower. I don't know if you've seen it around, but I believe Gullop was using it as a way to do some blackmail. I, of course, knew, but I let them play with their games.
What does this book do, Bavlorna?
Oh, it does what it says on the tin. It's about my bad blood with people.
Oh, so it's like a book full of like bitchy stuff and gossip?
Yes.
Oh wow, that sounds like a compelling read.
Yeah, there could be a lot of secrets in there, couldn't there, Baloney?
I have not seen your glossy magazine.
I'm really
Bavlorna.
going to need that book because I have some more updates I need to put in there.
Have you ever thought about making it into like a blog? Like Bavlorna's big book of bad blood blog? Because I think that would be really cool.
That's a very good idea, Kevin.
Yeah, you get on the
It'd be the
internet.
best blog in the bog.
A bug blog.
I do one of those after my morning coffee.
Walter, you
Yeah.
when Bavlorna entered the room, you had a great sense of like you could feel that the thing that was directing you through the Feywild to this point is close. The thing that you have a connection to within the Feywild is very close, as in your shellfish necklace. It's just sort of like this sort of dull itching at the back of your mind that you can feel, but it's not quite present all the time. But as soon as Bavlorna walked through the door, it was very apparent.
And Doelene, I wondered if you and I might have a wee chat. Just you and I.
Of course. Attendants, you may leave. I mean, it's not very private, and it's a gazebo. There's only the one door I had installed. but-
That's okay. I will deal with that.
And she casts there's some kind of spell that you can cast where it's just like a cone of silence between two people, right?
It's
She does that.
Bavlorna's special code of silence spell
Yeah,
for gossip.
yeah.
Mm.
Gossip corner blog. I don't know.
Still working on that.
Yeah.
So, is that us
So,
too?
do
Do
you
we
mean
have to
attendants?
Yeah.
Do you mean us?
None of you can hear us talk.
Okay, as Walter walks away and out and passes Bavlorna and feels the tingles down his spine, I'd like to make a perception check to see if any of the ornaments I particularly recognize.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a motherfucking 20!
Yes.
You can see on her neck, she's got this big round face. Her mouth is incredibly wide. Her features are kind of toad-like. But you can see on her neck there's like the slight glint of a necklace around her neck.
My tongue snaps at one of the flies that is buzzing around her, quite close to where the necklace. As I leave.
Nice.
Now, Doelene, I was
Bavlorna?
wondering, how are you finding your friends, if we can call them that?
I find them, well, they're a little
Mm.
consumed by their own petty little dramas at the moment.
Indeed.
I don't know if you know, but I have bigger fish to fry in the Feywild.
Which fish are they?
I need to see the watchmaker.
Oh, the watchmaker. So do we all. They can be quite hard to find in these here Feywild.
What is it you wanted from me, Bavlorna?
Oh, just to sow a little discontent. Anyway, hope you haven't noticed anything unusual going on with yourself.
Why would I? She scratches, like without noticing, and a bit more hair falls off.
Good. Well, with that, I'll be off. And,
I mean, there is this thing about my pickle skin. I did notice that.
Oh. Oh, okay, good. I was not going to mention it because I thought you might be self-conscious.
I am quite self-conscious about it also, and I'm now large. I'm almost a medium creature, for crying out loud.
Yes, it is uncomfortable, isn't it? I myself am quite big. Anyway, come see me if you wish to see something done about that, I guess.
Oh, and what would the price be for that, Bavlorna?
Oh, there would be a price, but we can do the calculations later. Don't you worry, fine young hare.
And where would I find you, Bavlorna, if this whole realm is yours?
Well, I'm just in the stilted house in the center of the village.
You mean I've been looking for you for 6 days and you just been up there?
Yes. I've been wondering if you would come pay me a visit, but I've really felt like maybe I should just come and see you myself. Because, honestly, it really is rude not to pay their respects to their superiors, you know. But I'm glad we've had this chat. Anyway, I'll be going now. And the silence spell dissipates, and she leaves through the
Curtain again.
curtain again, and like
She gets stuck on the way out.
As she gets stuck in the beaded curtains, Walter's standing to the side and his tongue flicks at the necklace.
Yeah, go for it.
Go on. Come on.
Give me a fucking 20 again.
Come on,
Give me a 20
get
fucking
it.
again. 13. Do I get any
I
kind of...
rolled a 20, so
Oh,
you're fucked.
fucking... Oh, oh, you are a delightful creature, aren't you? You told like beautiful lady. I just found you so delectable. I've never seen a toad with quite such presence as yourself. Oh, that's a. I dropped it. Die.
Why, thank you, Walter Winston Picker III.
Winklepicker.
Winston, did I not say the Winkle?
You didn't say that.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I did mean to.
Pickle on your mind, I guess.
Anyway, how about an ad break?
Oh.
Hey, friends. Jack again. I heard this quote recently. Something like, if you're not paying for it, you are the product. I thought, mate, that's brilliant, isn't it? Profound, life-changing. Really shifts the way that you look at the world. And then I thought, that could be the answer to all of our problems. And specifically, the financial ones. Now, we aren't quite sure how to make you the product just yet. I've heard it's all about data, and to be honest, I had a look and we don't get a huge amount of your data through streaming this podcast to you. So I think, rather than just talking about Patreon this week and its many, many benefits, I'd like you to send us some of your data so that we can then sell it on the dark web somewhere. I'm pretty sure Emil has a contact. Anyway, look, just send us a little bit of data, like maybe like how many times you search for obscure animal facts on the internet, or like what kind of anime you like. Something juicy, you know? Oh, you know, you could just give us some money on Patreon, I guess. Thanks.
Not all members of Dice Paper Roll approve this ad.
But some of us do. Can you guess who?
So just quickly, Jack.
Yes.
So you got a 20 and I rolled a 6. Now that sounds bad on paper, but
It does.
does sound
it does
bad,
sound
right?
bad on paper, Danny.
Sounds bad
It
on
also-
the podcast too, bro.
But you
Sounds
said
bad on
that out
dice
loud.
because you rolled
Yeah.
on dice, so it sounds
Yeah.
bad on the die.
Sounds bad in
so
maths.
the thing is that on paper, on my character sheet, you see, I have this thing called Silver Tongue, which is whenever I roll for a persuasion check and it's below a 10, it becomes a 10, right? And then I've actually got a plus 10 to my persuasion, which would bring it up to, let me just do the math here, 20.
Ah. Yeah, so
And
you're
you
arguing
also
for a
got a
dirty 20
20.
against my
Dirty.
nat 20.
Oh, you got a nat 20?
Yeah.
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work for you, Dan.
Yeah, there's boy math, there's girl math, and then there's Dan math.
Hey, man. I thought, I was like, hey, I fucking somehow made a 6 turn into a fucking 20. So I thought,
look.
hey, I gotta fucking go with it.
That's
I'm
I mean,
fucked,
that's
aren't I?
certainly impressive.
Yeah.
But in this case, it did not work.
Oh.
What did she want, Doelene?
She just mentioned something about how I'm looking.
Yeah. Oh, no, you don't look green. Ah. You look
Oh,
great. You look
thank-
great.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Your concern is noted.
How are you feeling, Her Majesty Doelene Delacroix?
Salty.
In your head, Doelene, you are alone. You sit in the burrow's heart, a great teardrop-shaped room with a stained glass ceiling that casts yellow shafts of light, dappling the center plinth in the burrow's heart. And inside, there's the familiar rotating plinth with the 2 thrones at its center, where you would normally see your father and mother. And at the center, you sit. You're slowly rotating as you hold in your hand a small dandelion. And as you pass, the little bits of the little white things sort of blow away, and they cast away into the motes of light around you. And with time, and you've been feeling this last little bit, your connection to fate and time sort of dissipate, and you feel not quite yourself. But in this space, you are yourself. You don't look like the Pickle self. And then, as you rotate around, a figure comes into view. Fate. Hello, Doelene.
Well, hello, Fate. How lovely to see you. I've been distracted.
Indeed. I've felt our connection has not been quite what it used to be.
I haven't felt our connection at all.
Indeed. I was wondering, did you do anything that was maybe not planned? Because the way I saw things playing out, they're not exactly happening the way I would have thought.
Anything unplanned? Well, I joined a bunch of misfits.
No,
I
that
traveled
was planned.
to the Feywild.
Also planned.
I was in a carnival.
Oh, yes,
I
that...
learned a horrible truth about fairy floss.
Yes, well, we all come to learn that eventually, I must say.
Why do I still think it's so delicious? Anyway, I ate a pickle.
Oh. You ate a pickle?
Well, just a bite.
What kind of pickle was it?
It was a strange pickle. I didn't realize it till after I bit it, but I'd describe it as screamy.
Ah, was one of the talking kind.
I think so, maybe. In retrospect, it did say, "Oh God, no, those are my legs."
Right, well, no, that's not usually how pickles go. I'm no expert on mortality.
I thought
But-
it might have been like off,
Mm,
a little spoiled.
well, you know, one can never be sure. I'm not usually on your plane, but I would guess that's probably not normal, right?
Well, but yeah, I think so. Since then, things have been chaotic, and I don't know why. I feel like I'm a little off track.
Yes. Well, you do seem to be inside your mind at the moment. Where are we?
Well, this is the burrow.
Oh, that's interesting.
And here is where my mother and father, sad as they ruled over the burrow.
Interesting. Do you feel alone at all?
I do.
That's interesting. But you're surrounded by so many lovely people.
Am I?
Well, some of them are less nice than others, but they seem to care for you.
You think they do?
I think so. In fact, me being fate, I know so.
Wow. It's just that I don't know. I've been kind of like fourth wheeling on this little menage a trois family thing that's going on. I'm just, and I feel like I've been in such a rush, and we just keep eating fairy floss and pickles and looking in mirrors. I need to get things done, Fate.
You know, something I've learned about, well, fate, is that sometimes it's not exactly the route you've planned upon getting to where you need to go that takes you where you need to be. And in your case, I wonder if you should just let the flow come over you.
You think I should just... Well, I've been so cloudy, Fate. I can't even think straight anymore. I took a lightning spell at my list.
Oh,
I know.
well, that, I mean, it doesn't exactly change anything, but I did see the murder, and I must admit I didn't expect that from you. I mean,
barely even remember it.
That's interesting. Well, maybe we can place it down to maybe you just weren't feeling well that day.
Maybe. Do you think it's got something to do with the fact that I'm now large and green?
Possibly. That probably has something to do with it. This is not your normal behavior.
So, when you say go with the flow, do you mean I should go to the hag?
I think maybe you should focus on those you care for. And perhaps maybe they'll care for you in the same way.
Okay. Well, thanks, Fate. This has been a nice chat.
And you're back in the court. And you can see all around you the sort of bullywogs are sort of doing their own sort of courtly things. But in amongst the crowd, you can see your friends there all the time. A part of your experience.
I'm going to walk down. Walter, I saw you licking the air around that hag toad woman.
Yeah, man.
You were really lapping up that toad woman air.
Yeah, my tongue touched the back of her neck and I am dripping balls. It really came on really strong. She's got it's some fucking sick shit.
Unit
Walter-
Solmol hands you a glass of orange juice. Here you go, drink this. You feel better.
Oh, thank you, Molly. 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 Thanks, Unit. I really appreciate it. Not so bad, you know that. What's up? What do you need? Yeah, I went up to her and I could have fucking sworn, Doelene, that I saw she has my necklace, man. And that's what my father gave me.
How would she have your father's necklace?
I don't know, but I have a boy and I need to pass it on.
You gotta give your boy a daddy's necklace.
That shellfish necklace went from my grandfather to my father to me. Now it has to go to my boy.
Doelene puts her hand in her pocket and rests on the timepiece. I guess I could understand the allure of a family heirloom.
Oh, what were you thinking? What, you thought I was into the baloney lady? What?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what you're into. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum.
No, well, no. I mean, maybe. No. No, I mean, no, I was trying to get my necklace, you see, and I don't really know what else to say there. Sorry, this is getting a little awkward.
How important is it to you to get that necklace?
Well, pretty fucking important. It's the thing. There was something that was taken from us that brought us here. And I could feel it when we were going through those mists. It was drawing me to here. It's my connection to the Feywild. I need it back. So I can give it to my son.
Well, isn't
Kevin!
What is this, Queensland in the 90s?
Kevin!
What?
Go to your room.
Fine. And then just goes to the gazebo that's also painted.
That is inappropriate, Kevin Strangeways. You stay there and think about what you've done. I stand next to Walter with my arms crossed, shaking my head.
I cross my arms and I shake my head.
With this
Kids.
Yeah,
With this-
tell me about it. But God, I love the boy.
Me too, Sir Walter Winston Winklepicker III. Me too.
I know.
My arms snakes around you.
Don't fucking touch me.
Okay.
You just listen to both of you stand there listening to the dulcet tones of Kevin Strangeways as he plays Baldur's Gate 3.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
As you see this affection between your friends, Doelene, you feel a little bit better, like sort of imperceptibly.
Still a pickle though, right?
Yeah, for the moment.
Okay, well, maybe after you've suitably punished Kevin for his indiscretion, we can do something about this necklace.
Well, you are the queen. Can't you order something, Doelene Delacroix?
Well, I'm sure, yes, I'm sure I could arrange for... I mean, how many bullywugs do you think are roaming around this place?
I mean, there's at least 70 in the court here. They're all very quiet, though.
Hello.
Maybe if I commanded them
I'm still
together,
here.
they'd crush Bavlorna under a wet, fleshy mass of frog people.
I suppose we could also just be condemning them to their deaths.
That is also a possibility. That is a risk I'm willing to take.
You're a fine ruler.
Thank you, Walter. I knew you'd approve.
With that compliment, you all noticeably see that Doelene shrinks a little bit in size.
Whoa, this is really kicking in.
Did you just let out some gas, Doelene?
I don't know.
You shrunk a little. No
Did
offense,
I?
I don't mean to comment on your appearance, but something odd has been going on these last few days, and you just shrunk.
Did I? And I put down the cricket that I was eating, and I pick up a bit of scroggin.
Oh my god,
Eat
that's
that
what happened to
instead.
Randy.
I've just been carrying around this thorax.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Kevin, come back here.
Yeah?
Something's Dolene's changing.
I did it, and he produces a piece of paper on which he has written like 100 lines of saying, "I will not say gay." I did my homework for you. I'm sorry, and I will try and do better. What's Dolene's feeling? What? She's not sort of green this time. What's that about?
Wow, Kevin, I can't believe you thought about that and did something about bettering yourself.
Yeah. Actually, we did something else. The lines didn't take me very long. And he pulls out a very small, because he's an artificer and he can make little things. So he pulls out a really small box and he gives it to Doelene and he goes, "I made this for you." And the box is made out of glass, like stained glass, in a pattern that actually looks extremely familiar to the roof of Dolene's burrow. And on the inside are 4 tiny, tiny little figurines of each of the party, all sitting around a little picnic.
Hell
And
yeah.
off to the side is a dead deer.
Oh
I
my
just thought it'd be really cute, you know, like you like
Oh my
trinkets and you have
Kevin?
this like little your little pocket watch there. I just thought it would make you feel better. And just say I'm sorry. And yeah, I really
She-
don't want this to be Queensland in the 90s.
Nobody wants that. Doelene starts to cry. That's
Yeah.
so sweet, Kevin. I can't believe. That's lovely.
As your tears roll down your face, it's almost like they're drawing in the fur on your body, and you start to return to your regular self. The feelings sort of overwhelming you make you lose your pickliness.
Kevin, this is such a beautiful gift. I was getting so frustrated that we weren't moving to the watchmaker, and I thought I was running out of time, and I guess I lost sight of my friends a little bit. And this is what I need. Thank you.
Nailed it! Yeah, in your faces! Yeah!
Doelene jumps up and gives Kevin a big hug.
Nah. He gives her a very big hug back.
He's
I'm gonna roll to attack.
Doelene, we'll get you to the watchmaker.
He
We'll
gathers
find
her
it.
up in his arms, and she sort of shrinks in his arms as well.
Yeah. And that is where we will leave the episode.
So wait, Walter looks into the little tiny stained glass versions of ourselves, and then the version of Walter like looks back at him and he's like, "Whoa, ribbit, fuck."
Matters of the heart. Love. Relationships. Certainly not my area of expertise, but a lifetime grants one experience in these most personal and real of perspectives. Traditionally, I focus on the more spectacular of magics, the flashy lights, the altering of experience. But one magic that is, and perhaps should never be explained, is that of connection, of love. It crops up where we least expect it, and builds bonds stronger than life itself, and in its absence, rot can grow, like a festering wound, and as with all wounds, they must be treated. And for matters of the heart, there is only one cure: empathy.